An award-winning learning app is now on Google Play. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from Discovery Education, maker of Sandbox, is Phil Birchinall, Senior Director of Immersive Content. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Fred. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Well, let's talk first about what Sandbox AR is.
Well, Sandbox AR, which is the predecessor to the app we've just launched for Chromebook, is an augmented reality app that brings a maker environment into the classroom. So it allows students to create from a huge range of models into any environment they like, and then to explore and inhabit that environment. And so that's where we started from, and we built a huge user base for that. It's been incredibly popular and award-winning, I have to say. And what we wanted to do was to bring that to Chromebook, to spread it to those 50 million educators and students that are using that platform as well.
So describe for us what this new version that's out now is all about.
So the original version is augmented reality. So you can build things in desktop scale, and you can then blow it up if you like, and inhabit that in life scale augmented reality. What we wanted to do was to enable students and educators to build that across using the device that they usually have in front of them, which is typically going to be a Chromebook. So we wanted them to be able to build their environments or to explore an environment that they've made in Sandbox AR on an iPad and be able to extend that, share it, build on it, and or create a whole new environment themselves, and also push that over to the iOS, the iPad version as well. So it's really creating this ecosystem to build on that user base that we've got out there already for Sandbox AR, and just really democratizing it and spreading the love across different devices and different platforms.
So some of the focus has been on schools, right? But this is also available for people to use at home?
Yeah, we've taken the view that when we're developing immersive technology and immersive content like this, that this is, we'd be wrong to call it new, but we'd be right to say the way we're using and developing it is new as well. So we're looking at that appetite for educators, which I think we've established that they want this, and students certainly want this. So we've made this a resource that's free for everyone to use and to keep as well, and to establish, is this something that works inside a classroom environment? And I think the answer has been a resounding yes, it is. So we want to build on that as well. So yes, this is very much designed around Discovery Education's platform, around the resources that we make and the experience we have in creating those resources and developing and triggering that curiosity, which we're all about. And this works seamlessly inside that environment as well.
And it's available for free for general
Yeah,
users.
it's available for free to download on the Google Play Store.
But it does integrate with the subscription education services you have. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so what we want to do is to create lessons and activities that support the use of tools like this. So as we say, we're exploring how educators and how students use content like this and use tools like this. To better do that, what we do is we create links inside our own offering on with Sandbox to make sure that they have the benefit of using all of those resources that are at their disposal as well. Developed over nearly 25 years now of providing and creating resources for education.
Describe for us a little more fully about what the what the experience is like for kids in using this.
Basically, if you had, say we took a topic, you could pick any subject from history. So say you were looking at the ancient Maya and you were exploring that as a history topic, then you might be looking at how the Maya used calendars, you might be looking at their language, you might be looking at their architecture, their technology, um, all kinds of interesting aspects of that. To do that, to demonstrate your learning, you might want to create an environment that's accurate, that's based on the Maya. Or you might be looking at Jamestown. You might want to build the Jamestown settlement from the 1600s, the early 1600s. You can do that in Sandbox. So you can build that using the models that we provide. You can build that environment. You can create it historically accurate, or you can experiment with it. And then you can explode that. And you can go in and inhabit it and navigate it as if you're in a game. So if you bring that up and you bring it up to real life, I should be careful using the words like explode, because we don't want to explode Jamestown or a Maya settlement. But what we're talking about is bringing it up. It's our development terms of bringing it up into real life, and then you can inhabit it, walk around it, and you can use game controllers as well. So you're looking at using the way that kids are used to interfacing with technology like this, but in a very solid educational context. We talk a lot about pedagogy, the science and art of teaching, pedagogy first, technology second. And that's a really important principle for us.
Very exciting. Tell us more about the platforms that this will work on.
So this works on an iPad. So it works on any iPad that's 2017 and above. And so we know it's on an installed user base of getting on for about 1.5 million now. We've passed the 1.4 million mark of installed users in education establishments. And this now, the Google Play Store, adding this will run on a mid-level Chromebook. So, something that's pretty typical that you would see inside a classroom. We've been really careful to optimize the app to make sure that it doesn't require, a $1,500 Chromebook. This will run on your average Chromebook that you're likely to encounter in a school. That's really important because we don't want that disappointment. We want them to be able to get hold of it, install the app, and just get using it straight away.
And
And
uh,
and, and
I
it's a
know,
native.
go ahead.
Sorry, Fred. It's a native Chromebook app as well. So this isn't something that runs inside a browser. This is something that's been used that will natively run inside that ecosystem on a Chromebook.
And I know many school systems have invested in Chromebooks for
Yeah.
students. They're actually issued them to take home.
Yeah, exactly. So it ensures that a tool like this is just available for a much, much broader use. We know that schools typically would have, maybe 3, 5, 15 iPads inside a school as a shared resource, and that's great. But we know that when it comes to Chromebooks, they might have a 1-to-1 ratio of those devices available in the school. Not all schools will, but that's kind of the extreme use case. Whereas we will see, many more Chromebooks inside a school than we would see iPads. So we wanted to create that connectivity between the two. And you can use them in different ways, but they are completely interoperable, which is so important for us.
Tell us a bit about Discovery Education and that arm of the company.
Well, Discovery Education has been around nearly 25 years now. And what this is doing is serving incredible content to around 45 million students, 4.5 million educators all around the globe. And based on our experience, this is delivering video-based content, interactive content, lesson plans, activities, sparking curiosity with just hundreds of thousands of different resources, all based around and aligned to the curriculum as well, which is incredibly important. If you're a teacher, you want to know that if you're going to pull a resource down and use it in your classroom, you want to know that content is aligned to standards, because then you don't have to do the extra work of trying to make it fit. It fits. And tools like Sandbox are there to elevate and to increase the amount uh, of exposure to some of the content that we have available, and also decrease the amount of time that teachers have to use it in order to deliver the learning outcomes they have. Teachers are time poor. There's a lot of pull on a teacher's time. So something like this, we always say immersive content is a learning amplifier. So it helps condense the amount of time you take. If you're creating super engaging content on top of what we've already got, then we know the time to get from not knowing about something to knowing about something as a student actually contracts. So this really works inside a classroom.
Yeah, I was going to delve into that just a little bit. I mean, we all know the attraction that kids have, older adults too, to screens.
Yes.
Um, is there evidence that this kind of learning is really effective? Because, some parents may have their doubts. Oh, it's another screen the kids are looking at.
Yeah, it's a really good point, actually. We go out of our way with our principle of pedagogy first and technology second to make sure that what we're doing are creating learning experiences and learning tools. So we're not making just games. We're not making just something. One thing I always say is that it's easy to entertain a group of children in a classroom. You can give a tool like this to a child and they can have a great lesson and they can come out all smiles. But if you ask them, did you learn anything? Do you know anything new as you leave the classroom? The answer might be no. So we've got to predicate this in pedagogy. This has got to be all about the learning. And I think, parents, carers know that, and educators know that the content and the tools that Discovery Education create over nearly 25 years of experience in this field are grounded in that concept. So this is something that's going to work. And yeah, but we've also got to accept that yeah, they do want to use these tools. They do want to use their Chromebooks, their iPads. They do want to engage in different kinds of content. Teachers are really, really open to that because they know the power of using this kind of content and these kind of tools on the children.
Just terrific. For more information, where can people go?
So you can go to discoveryeducation.com. And from there, you'll be able to learn about everything that Discovery Education offers, and you'll be able to read about our immersive tools as well.
Terrific. Phil Birchinall, thank you so much for spending time with us, and congratulations to you and the team there on what you're doing.
Thanks very much, Fred. Been a pleasure.